Hello students, today our lecture is about a poem naming Porus and his elephant written by Mary Dobson. This poem is basically a ballad. Ballad is a poem or song narrating a short stanza. Traditional ballads are typically of unknown authorship, having been passed on orally from one generation to another. This poem is about an elephant who saved the life of his master named Porus in the battlefield. This is a beautiful example of honest loyalty, courage, etc., shown by an animal. We humans can easily express our feelings by using words, but animals express their feelings by crying and gasping. Stanza first. Hear ye a tale of the days gone by, days whose recording is short and scant. This is a tale that can never die, told of a king and his elephant. In this stanza, the poet started by saying that listen to a story of those days that have gone, those days of which less or little information is available. This is a story that will never live forever, a story of a king named Porus and his elephant. In the stanza second, out on the plain where the waters go, out on the banks of the Jhelum wide, Porus the king went to meet his foe, Porus the king in his battle pride. Here the poet says those plain areas where water runs. On the banks of river naming Jhelum, the king Porus had went there to fight with his enemy. Poet started to describe the view of the battlefield. On one side, the king Porus was in pride. Third stanza, drawn up his elephants in army, standing in state, in unbroken rank, while Alexander the Great, for fray, led up his troops on the other bank. Porus has kept his elephants in a line which seems tough to break. On the other bank, Alexander the Great was present with his troops. Fourth stanza. First raged the fight, it was hard to tell what would betide, and they fought the more, till from his elephant sudden fell Porus the king, who was wounded sore. The war started in such a furious way that I was difficult to say what will happen, but they fought continuously. Then suddenly King Porus fell from his elephant, who was wounded badly. Fifth stanza. Then did the elephant, faithful beast, for his defense play a gallant part, standing above him, lest ever the least harm should assail him from blow or dart. Then the elephant, who was a humble beast, for defending, saving his master, played a mind-blowing part. The mighty animal stand over his master to protect him from any further harm like dart, arrow or sword. Sixth stanza. Trumpeting loudly, he held at bay 4 men with arrow or spear or sword, challenged them all to approach their prey, dared them to injure his wounded lord. The elephant thumped loudly. He stopped the troops, standing with sword, spear, or arrow, challenging them that don't even you dare to injure my wounded lord. 7th stanza. Then at the last, with his mighty trunk, lifted him tenderly on his head, bore him in unconscious faintness sunk, where he could rest without fear or dread. At the end, the elephant with his strong trunk lifted his lord Porus carefully. King Porus was in a state of unconsciousness. The elephant kept him in a safe place where he could rest. 8th stanza and last. Ah, these dumb things that but cry and pant. They too can love, for God made them so. Porus was saved, but his elephant died from his wounds. Thus the legends go. At the end, poet with a sad-hearted wrote that these animals can't express feelings by using words, but they cry. They too have a heart, which love as they too are the creatures made by God. The king Porus was saved, but his faithful elephant died because of the wounds during battle and during protecting his lord. The poet gave the elephant the tag of legend and said like this a legend was gone. Thank you.